Hey guys, so I just today, rather than seeing me huff and puff around and try and get a decent picture, I want to talk a little bit about workshops. Seems to be a great money-making venture for a lot of photographers and photography organizations. I just wanted to share my positives and negatives that I've seen. I've only done two. One was a large conference, over 100 participants, I think more than 10 instructors, and it was structured for AM and PM shoots, some astrophotography options, also some critiques, some mini workshops on editing and stuff during the workshop itself. And the small one was 2 instructors and 10 participants, although that ended up being 9. Much more personal, much more intimate. So I wanted to share a couple of my experiences. For the large one, if you're going, with one instructor and there's more than 4 or 5 people, you're pretty much wasting your time. Unless you're a type A personality who's not afraid to kind of push yourself out there and kind of muscle in, dominate the time on someone, you're not going to get much out of it. I am not that kind of personality, far from it. I tend to get very quiet, and the larger the group, the quieter I get, and that's more to do with me not wanting to offend anyone or piss anyone off. I have a horrible tendency to speak my mind, so I tend to shut down and just let that go, which I shouldn't do. That's my issue. So yes, no more than 4 or 5 participants per instructor. Be prepared. It's only fair to your following participants to be in good enough physical shape, have the right equipment, and bring the right gear with you. Outside of your photography gear, you can usually borrow a battery or a lens off someone in the group if you forgot one or something. But I'm talking about like poles, crampons, rain gear, that kind of stuff. One thing I found horribly lacking in the larger workshop was how unprepared so many of the participants were, and actually cost us a couple of, I think it was the sunrise and the sunset. So be prepared for that. They are expensive. Check what you get, what's included, be that accommodations, food, packed lunches, all those kinds of things. And if it's not included, be prepared for some expense, especially if you're going to nicer places. A lot of the nicer locations are out there and expensive. Cost of food and stuff can be really expensive. Like my hometown Aspen, you come here, you're going to be paying 20 to 30% more for what you would pay for the same stuff elsewhere, as a rule, if not more. So yeah, be prepared for that. Know your gear, know how to switch it on, how to switch it off, bring enough batteries. If it's not waterproof, make sure you got your covers and everything that you need. What else? Be prepared for your instructors, not necessarily to be the same people as you see on their YouTube channels, or however else you happen to follow them. Some folks that are quite gregarious on their channels are quite introverted, quite shy, and that may come as a little bit of a shock or a surprise to some folks. But yeah, and then others are exactly like they are. Nick Page and Gavin Hardcastle, I've been on workshops with, and they're both very much how they seem on their channels. Gavin's a goofball, cracks me up, and Nick is just this cool, laid-back, mellow guy. Both great photographers, but both really enjoyed both of them. So that's about it. My recommendation, if you can afford it, do a 1-to-1 or a 2-to-1 with an instructor. I try and schedule mine. If I go on anymore, I will try and schedule it around vacations. I'll check out who's in that area or who's close enough where I can just drive to and just do a morning or a afternoon or whatever. Don't go to large conferences. If you're looking, especially for specific stuff, if you're looking to just press the flesh and, you know, establish contacts and do a bit of networking, the larger conferences would probably work. But for actually getting anything out of it photography wise, I don't recommend it. Do the smaller ones, and be flexible. One of my issues, I go expecting sunrise and sunset shoots, and then it doesn't go to plan. I start to get a little stressed out about that, and that shows. So pick wisely, check all the details of your classes and class sizes, what's included, what's not, and make sure you're as ready for the location as you want the instructors to be ready for you. You guys have a good one. Bye.